the build out for HPWS moving down and the new student spaces is going to be a little while. You guys know construction takes a little bit of time on our campus, and we're going to work through that process and hopefully have a wonderful space in place in time for maybe this time next year. So we're deep in those processes and negotiations and making that a reality. But I'm really excited to get the opportunity to serve with you all and kind of lead the way for health and wellness on our campus. It is no secret that my desire, right, for the opportunity, the program, for our university is to be, frankly, like the healthiest campus in America. I would love to have that, we could call it a fictitious label or something, but I truly believe we've got the resources and the ability to promote health at our institution. And I want to be a part of that, right? Like, I want to help us lead the way with that. So those are some of the things I've been charged with, is creating a health-promoting university here on Auburn's campus, and I think we can certainly do that. I also think we do a pretty good job, like, responding to mental health through the Counseling Center, but I think we could do a better job preventing some of the challenges our students experience with mental health and mental wellness, frankly, with physical activity and movement and things like that. So I'm looking forward to jumping into that. And just kind of, here again, having a hand at molding a healthy Auburn University. So those are some of my hopes, dreams, and desires for the opportunity. I can still be reached at ECS0012, and I need to hear from you all. I'm going to spend the next few months learning from a lot of our team down at Campus Rec, and I've told everyone this morning there's 5 questions that I'm asking every one of them. And the 5th question is, what do I need to focus my attention on? And I would ask you guys the same question. And I'm not going to put anyone on the spot and ask you to raise your hand and give me some feedback right now, but I would love to hear from you during the next 2 weeks as you're wrapping up your academic semester. It's ECS 0012. What do I need to focus my attention on? What are some things that I can lean into over the course of the spring semester as we get closer to summertime that would be meaningful and impactful and that you think are appropriate for health promotion and wellness services and for Campus Rec, as we look at kind of creating and being truly the healthiest campus in America. So that's it. That's all I got. I appreciate your time this evening. I wish you good luck in your agenda, and obviously good luck with finals and everything that's coming up, and I hope you have a great end of your semester. So with all that said, War Eagle, y'all?
War Eagle.
Excellent. Y'all have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Would anybody else like to utilize open forum at this time? All right, seeing none, we will move on. We will now conduct roll call. Let me go publish the attendance agenda. If you all would please go and fill out the Canvas form on your Canvas accounts on the quiz. And as you do that, we will now go into the approval of the minutes. The minutes were sent out electronically the week before Thanksgiving. Were there any corrections that need to be made to the minutes? All right, seeing that there are none, the minutes are now marked as approved and corrected. We'll now go into our reports from our officers, beginning with our president.
Hey y'all, hope y'all had a great break. So I wanted to remind y'all about my open office hours. Typically they're from 9 to 10 on Tuesdays and then 10 to 11 on Thursdays. Tomorrow I'll have to be in Miss Auburn interview, so I won't be able to be there for that. But Thursday I'd really encourage you to just stop by if you have any student feedback or just anything within SGA you'd like to discuss or just on campus. I wanted to say a big thank you to all of the people who came out to Better Relations Day. I know it was tough to wake up super early and get on that bus to Tuscaloosa, but I really appreciated all of y'all that made it. I had a meeting today with the Office of Information and Technology with some of their senior leadership about kind of scams that students might be facing over the holiday break and ways that we can educate students to make sure that they aren't exposed to any possible phishing scams or anything like that. And then I also just wanted to thank all of y'all who are serving on boards and committees. That's an added commitment that y'all have with SGA, and y'all don't have to do it. And it really helps us in SGA, and it also helps the administrators and just helps Auburn function the best it can. So I just wanted to thank y'all for that, but that's all I've got.
Thank you, Jake. And now our report from our SGA treasurer.
Hi everyone, hope you had a good break. Only big thing for me is that we have ring night this Thursday night, so show out. It's going to be a great event. We've put in a lot of hard work for this, and so I'm really excited about how it's all going to turn out. And so please, if you got free time, love to see you all there, especially if you're getting your rings. That's all.
Thank you, and now a report from our Executive Vice President of Cabinet Administration.
Hey y'all, few things from me. Up All Night is beginning this Sunday through next Thursday at midnight. So I'll be sending out a sign-up sheet for all y'all to attend. It's going to be really fun. We have a good bit of guests coming, and it'll just be a great time to kind of take a break from studying and seeing everyone, seeing Aubie and a few other guests. Another thing is you may have seen from the Student Affairs Instagram, Wardam Finals Cram from Octavia Spencer is coming back this year. With that being said, free breakfast at the Edge this Sunday night late. And then throughout the week, food trucks will provide a free grab-and-go meal for dinner. Just make sure you check the Student Affairs Instagram for details on that. And with that being said, good luck. I know these 2 weeks are very stressful, so take time to value your health and everything like that. But good luck on finals. Thank you all.
Thank you. Now the report from the Executive Vice President of Communications and Marketing.
Okay, hey y'all, a couple of things for me. So Miss Auburn callouts are tonight at 9 o'clock. So if you want to head over there after Senate, go ahead. But if not, they will be live streamed on the Instagram. And then we're going to keep it in the feed. So comment on it, tag your friends, all of that so that we can keep it in people's feeds. Other than that, we also had a minor candidate post go up about an hour ago. So if you want to repost that, talk about your experience on your story in the comments, etc. That's kind of just promoting the campaign registration form that's open, I believe, the campaign registration form, so that students can fill y'all's spots if you're leaving or just be in the know. So make sure that you're sharing that. And then also, John David will touch on this a little bit more, but the transit is switching to a new app in the spring semester, and over break, we're going to be promoting that heavily on our social media just because we want to make sure that students know what's going on. So it would be super helpful for y'all and for us to go ahead and share everything that we post over break so that it stays on students' mind and that our Instagram doesn't just go dead for a month. Also with that spin, John David will talk about a little bit more about this too, but we have a new scooter company coming to campus, and we're going to film some promotional stuff on the concourse on Wednesday, so come stop by if you want to. We also have sorry, I know my report's never this long, so sorry guys. Up All Night graphics went out in this week in SGA, so make sure you're posting those so that students know we're still doing that this year. And then lastly, if you're not receiving this week in SGA, let me know, because you're going to get a fun Happy Holidays from SGA graphic. That would be really awesome to post so that we look super approachable when we come back and need to do applications and campaigns and stuff like that. If you're not receiving it, shoot me an email, text me, come up to me after Senate, all of the above, and we'll make sure you get added. As always, if you need anything, let me know. And if I don't see you, good luck on your finals and have a great break.
Thank you, Abby. Next, our report from the Executive Vice President of Outreach.
Hey, like everybody said, hope y'all had a really good break. A few updates for me. First, of course, submit Auburn answers, feedback that y'all have about finals week or anything like that related. Tell your friends to do the same. Our external affairs team is working to plan Capital on the Plains and Learning to Lobby Day, and those two events are just ways to get legislators to campus so that they can get FaceTime with students and we can kind of learn more about what they do. But outside of that, if you need anything at all before the semester ends or even during the break, let me know. Yeah.
Thank you. And lastly, the report from the Executive Vice President of Initiatives.
Hey y'all, so the two things Abby's talking about, the transit one, the transit app, it's coming to campus probably the first day of class next semester, and it's supposed to be really helpful. It's supposed to have an updated transit timeline for where the actual transit trucks are. It's supposed to be more user-friendly. You're supposed to be able to isolate what your route is and click on that and get an estimated time of arrival. So it really should fix a lot of the complaints and just kind of backups that's been happening. And then the spin, that's the e-bikes and e-scooters. Wednesday, they're going to be out there from 10 to 12 on the concourse, and then Aubie will be out there from 11 to 11:30. Come out there if you want to be in some of that promotional videos and Instagram, all that kind of thing that Abby's team set up, and she's got a really good game plan for that. So come out on Wednesday, and we'll get y'all in some videos for the spring. Thank y'all.
Thank you, John David. We'll now be moving into our reports from our colleges, beginning with at-large.
At large, no report.
All right, next report from the College of Agriculture. Next report from the College of Business.
City business, not too much from us, but we're scheduling a meeting this week with the administrators to kind of discuss the resolutions, to see the next steps for a food truck near the business and engineering buildings.
Thank you, Andrew. Now the report from the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction.
Smith, Cassie, no report.
Now the report from the College of Sciences and Mathematics.
Herring, Coastal, no report.
College of Education. College of Engineering.
Justin, engineering. The main thing that we have this week is we're meeting with the building manager to discuss bringing scanners to Brown Copel, as some of our main competitors on campus have those scanners and that technology. I think it'd be great for the engineering building to have in their main building to adopt that technology. Thank you.
Thank you. Now the report from the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment.
Martinez Wildlife. So our college, the College of Forestry, Wildlife, Environment, gathered over 706 pounds of food for the Beat Bama Food Drive. We had a town hall, and we had 60 people turn out. So for our college, that's pretty good. We discussed with our dean and our new vice dean just things that students wanted to discuss, especially graduate students. They also recently just purchased indoor lobby furniture and outdoor patio furniture, which will allow us to have more of a inclusive feel, especially in the clubs when clubs have meetings at our college. And I also met with the Office of Sustainability, and we talked about working on the funding for our bike stations down on the lower part of campus. So thank you.
Thank you. Now the report from the Graduate School.
Hi everyone, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving break. Not much from us. We had a Thanksgiving dinner for international students last week Tuesday, because we noticed that during the Thanksgiving week, Auburn is always like, right? So we organized that, and we had students from different countries, South Korea. It was actually a great one. And also GSC toy drive. So we organized a GSC toy drive. If you are interested in donating to graduate students with families, so that one will run till December 9th. And lastly, we're also having appreciation dinner for all graduate students. So that will be held the 1st of December at Alumni Hall. So if you're available, you can stop by. Thank you.
Thank you. Now the report from the College of Human Sciences.
Williams Human Sciences, no report.
Now the College of Liberal Arts.
Smith, liberal arts, no report.
And lastly, the College of Nursing.
Nursing, no report.
That concludes our report from our colleges. We will now be going into our reports from our committees, beginning with Academic Affairs.
At large. So before break on Thursday, I had a meeting with Dr. Goodwin and Karen Beatty about the timely grade implementation resolution and kind of next steps that we could take with it. And they really liked the whole resolution, but we'll be meeting with academic advisors soon to really get some next steps put into place. And then, as always, especially over these next 2 breaks, if you have anything to report to me or anyone on my committee, please do about anything that we can work on. That's it for me.
And now the report from the Budget and Finance Committee.
Seward business, not much from us either. Really, we're just getting ready for the last few reserve fund requests, program expansion fund requests that'll come in, and then just getting materials ready for the upcoming senators. So that's pretty much it from us.
Thank you. Next, the report from the Code of Laws Committee.
Dickinson business, not much from us. Today we have the audit on the schools council name change coming across as a future order. And I just wanted to remind you guys, we're changing the name to Executive Students Council. It was something that they wanted to do. And we're just like going to bring a big audit across the floor that allows it to be changed throughout the code. And we'll also begin working on and finalizing transition materials for the new senators and new committee heads. So thank you.
Thank you. Now the report from the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee.
Lozano Business. This Thursday, I'm going to be meeting with other leaders around campus that are also in diversity, equity, and inclusion roles. So if y'all have any feedback that I can bring to them, also to administrators, please let me know. That's all I have, and y'all have a good break.
Thank you. Now the report from the Student Affairs Committee.
Justin, engineering. To start off, I really wanted to recognize Senator Martinez and what he did for those bike racks. It was a really simple ask from the school, from the college, so really appreciate what he did for that. And next, Lucy and I, or Senator Brown and I, had a initiative planned for the next spring where we wanted to plan a community dinner between the 3 governance groups, SGA, BSU, and ISO. And the main purpose behind that dinner is having these 3 groups come together and really unify, especially when SGA begins their term or as they end their term. And, you know, Lucy's awesome, but 2 people can't really plan this dinner by themselves. So if you're interested in working on that project, if you'd like to help us in any capacity, please just reach out to one of us. That'd be great. Thank you all.
Thank you. And lastly, a report from our Executive Committee.
Jones at large. I wanted to point out 2 things on your agenda. Today is not November 14th. And then also to the current orders of business, it should be 11/28, which it is in the bill packet. But I just wanted to point those 2 things out so that y'all knew about those. We will not be having live sign-ups for dining office hours because we will not be having office hours this week. So that's one thing. And we also will not be having Senate exec this week, but you will be having committees. So with that, our next Senate meeting will be January the 17th in the Student Center Ballroom, so not in this room. And that's a Tuesday night because MLK Day is that Monday. So that Tuesday at 7:30. But anyways, I hope you all have a great Christmas break.
Thank you. And that concludes our reports from our committees. Now we will go into our reports from our liaisons, beginning with the Black Student Union.
Bailey, BSU. So December 4th in this room, that's a Sunday, we have an event called Cocoa, Coffee, and Cram. So like we're going to be in here studying, and we'll have donuts and hot coffee and like hot chocolate, and we'll be playing games, and there will be like a separate section if you want to study. Our next GA on Monday is going to be catered, and it's really going to be more of a hangout session, not a traditional GA. So if you guys want to come and get to know BSU a little bit better, that's a really, it should be a really good time. And we'll have meals so you guys can get some free food. MLK Day is coming up, well, not really recently, but in the future, if you want to volunteer for MLK Day, ASB is having a volunteer type thing, so you can go on their AU Involve page. And then I also wanted to bring up, so about the e-bikes, e-scooters, a lot of people have been coming up to me and talking about the e-scooters. Apparently, like there's a city ordinance that's either coming up or is already in effect or whatever. People are getting pulled over. Technically it's off campus, but apparently there's going to be like a warning your first time getting pulled over, and your second time is going to be like $75. And so a lot of people were kind of freaking out when they heard that, and they're saying that people have to ride on the street when they're off campus. And so a lot of students were telling me they don't feel safe doing that. And when they get pulled over, the cop asks for their ID, and someone was like, why do I have to show my ID? And so it's been a very awkward situation for a lot of students. I wasn't expecting so many people to come up to me. So I'm not sure what SGA can do about that, but please keep that in mind that, you know, students are really struggling with this e-scooter stuff. But that's all I had.
Thank you, Deani. And now the report from the Auburn Student Veterans Association.
Or student veterans. Okay, so during Thanksgiving break, the student veterans had Operation Iron Ruck. Y'all, that was one of the hardest things I ever did. It was very difficult, but it was very rewarding. For those who don't know what Operation Iron Ruck is, it's a 150-mile ruck that we do to raise awareness for veteran suicide. And so it was amazing, but yeah, my feet got messed up. I had a blister like this big on my foot, but it was worth it. And then what else? Oh yes, I also don't know if I will be the liaison next semester. I don't know if I'll be taking classes next semester. So I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be the liaison for the student veterans. I've enjoyed my time here. And thank you for supporting the veterans in any way, any little way that you did. And just allowing me to be up here and talk about the veterans. But yeah, that's all I got.
Big round of applause for Molly at Operation Iron Ruck. Thank you, Molly, for always coming to Senate and having a big smile on your face and being able to share with us a lot more about what the Auburn student veterans are doing. It means a lot to us, and we really appreciate you. And finally, we have our report from the ROTC. And that concludes our reports from our liaisons. We will now go into our current orders of business, beginning with PSSC 22-11-2801.
This is the Cochrane Engineering. This is the commendation for Dr. Blake Melnick. Whereas Auburn University's Department of Aerospace Engineering hired Dr. Blake Melnick in 2012 to serve as a lecturer for the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, teaching courses such as statics, dynamics, mechanics of materials, and thermodynamics. And whereas Dr. Melnick uses active learning techniques to increase student engagement in teaching learning strategies to enhance student comprehension. And whereas Dr. Melnick enhances engineering students' performances by creating engaging activities such as in-class escape rooms, hosting fireball nights, and so forth. And whereas besides these in-class activities, Dr. Melnick created his own YouTube channel, Engineering Deciphered, which has aided students worldwide in learning and reviewing complex material, acquiring 17,000 subscribers. And whereas Dr. Melnick has expanded Engineering Deciphered to a social media application known as TikTok, posting comedic engineering content that provides engineering students worldwide a place that provides both entertaining and educational content outside of the classroom, acquiring over 8 million likes. And whereas, in addition to providing engaging academic support outside the classroom, Dr. Melnick has also impacted the Auburn and Opelika communities through his foundation, Big House Foundation, which hosts events such as Kids Nights Out, Mom's Dinners, Camp Agape in the spring, and a beach trip in the fall. And whereas Big House Foundation was founded by Dr. Melnick and his wife in 2009, it has since grown to serve over 12,000 children in Alabama's foster care system through its various programs and events, providing foster and adoptive families with clothes, birthday presents, school supplies, care packages, baby items, Christmas presents, swimsuits, and towels. And whereas engineering students both at Auburn University and globally, along with the Auburn-Opelika community, have benefited from Dr. Melnick's dedication to his profession and serving others. Therefore, we, the Student Senate, would like to congratulate and thank Dr. Melnick for all the invaluable contributions he has made to Auburn University's students in the Auburn-Opelika community. Oh, I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second? Second. Seeing it has been moved and seconded to adopt the bill just as read, is there any debate? Seeing there's no further debate, we will now move into a vote. All in favor, please say aye and vote yes on the Canvas quiz. All opposed, please say nay and vote no. It seems that the ayes have it and this commendation is adopted. That will conclude our current orders for tonight. We will now move into future orders, beginning with PSSB 2301-1701.
Hearing COSAM, I ask for the approval of the following. In the Code of Laws Table of Contents and Sections 500, 500.1, 500.1.2, 500.2, 500.3, 501, 501.1, 501.2, 501.2.5, 501.3, 501.5, 501.7, 501.7.2, 501.8, 501.9, 1003.3, 1007.1.2.2, 1007.1.4, and 1009.9.1. I propose that the term Schools Council be amended to Executive Student Council to reflect the decision made at the April 2022 meeting of the Auburn University Board of Trustees, which officially made the last two schools into colleges, and to reflect the branch occupied by the presidents and vice presidents of each respective college.
Are there any questions on this future order? All right, seeing none, we'll move on. And lastly, we have PSSB 2301-1702.
Ask for approval of the following: Jaden Aptekar, ROTC Liaison.
Are there any questions on this future order? All right, seeing none, that concludes our last future order of 2022. I don't have a ton for y'all tonight in my announcements, but I'm very proud of each and every one of y'all. Hope you had a really wonderful Thanksgiving break. 2022 is now done, so I hope all of you do really great on your finals and keep up the hard work. But yeah, what else do I have? No office hours this week. We have committee meetings for this week, just to kind of be able to close out a lot of your projects and get to work on a lot of the things that you want to do and accomplish over Christmas break. Christmas break is a really great time for y'all to kind of really solidify everything that you've done, be able to pass a lot of the stuff that we have in January, because after January, we're pretty much done. Which is kind of sad. And then lastly, campaign registration is open now. I sound like a broken record at this point, but it's due December 1st at 4:45 p.m. at aub.ie/campaign registration. I do have one more thing. Miss Auburn top 20 callouts are at 9 p.m. tonight, so I hope to see a bunch of you there, and top 5 is tomorrow at 8 p.m. So that is all from me at this time, but keep up the great work. Remember to be safe, be smart, and be kind to everyone. You're dismissed.